Before I give you a treat, you got to tell the people at home what I did today. Do you want to tell them what I did to the loan? I did something crazy to one of my loans. Do you want to tell them? Do you want to break the news? Nope, you just want a treat? All right, I guess I'll have to tell you the big news today regarding one of my loans. All right, good boy. All right, you don't have to stay here and eat it, though. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael, and I've been taking you guys with me for a journey of paying off close to $140,000 worth of student loan debt. And I emphasize that word close because I am getting down to just the last few $1,000s left on my remaining student loans. It's been a fascinating journey thus far, and as my dog Milo tried to say in the intro, today I did something quite radical with one of my remaining federal student loans, so stick around for the video to hear about some really good news regarding that. Before we dive in and talk about the real numbers of how much money I was able to transfer this Transfer Tuesday towards my debt freedom and getting myself out of this student loan debt crisis that I'm in, be sure that if you find value from this type of content, from watching someone get themselves out of almost $140,000 worth of debt and on their way to financial independence, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss any content like this as I try to post almost weekly, posting how I'm doing with my debt payoff journey and soon to be debt freedom arrival. So if you like content like this, be sure to stick around for more. Now, before pressing record on this video, I took a peek over at the Nelnet website to see how much outstanding student loan debt I had left over. My current outstanding federal loan balance is sitting at $7,979.67. That is what's left over after last week's Transfer Tuesday, that being the last week of March. I made I believe it was a $500 transfer towards my federal student loans. Somewhere up on the screen, you can actually see that. Yep, it was $500 on March 27th. And yeah, that's where we're currently our starting point for today. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the remaining student loans I have. Now, as my longtime watchers of this channel know, I have been plugging away at this student loans for quite some time here, chipping away at that $140,000 I mentioned at the beginning. And we're down to just two remaining federal student loans. One is called, well, just titled Group AD and Group AG. Up until now, that should be a spoiler, up until now, I have been targeting just Group AG because Group AG had the lowest amount of balance left on that loan. It also had the highest interest rate with an interest rate of 4.29. And if I'm using both the avalanche and debt snowball methods of debt repayment, I would target that one. So I've been targeting for the last several weeks on this channel, Group AG, putting around $500 every single week towards that loan and just watching it dwindle down. And I've been leaving Group AD alone and just sending the minimum payment towards it when it was due. However, this gets us to the main part of today's video, the transfer. How much money I've been able to transfer this Tuesday, it being the first Transfer Tuesday for the month of April 2024. And that amount is, drum roll please, if you care to, at your house. I have somewhere up on the screen now the transfer amount with the confirmation number. And I hope you guys can put two and two together there to see what I have done. Group AG, which had a remaining balance on it of $1,341.42. Well, Group AG is now no longer with us. It is a donezo loan. It is paid off in full. Hopefully, a couple cents might pop up next week, but we'll take care of that when it happens. Group AG, I sent the exact amount that was due on it at the time of pressing record. So Group AG is gone. And that's awesome enough as it is. That was a big transfer, a little over $1,300. And that's great because if you guys have been following along last few weeks, I've only been able to do the transfers in $500 increments. And thankfully, my bank account has been built up enough that I feel comfortable enough with paying off Group AG with that little over $1,300 transfer. But it's not stopping there because you guys can see on the confirmation sheet that Group AD got a $158.58 transfer to it. And the reason for that specific amount is because that just makes it round up to a total amount transferred on the first Transfer Tuesday for me for the month of April 2024. A total payment amount of $1,500, $1,500 transferred today towards my remaining federal student loans. So that is going to put another big dent in my remaining balance there for my federal student loans. I'm just going to do some quick math here to figure out actually how much is left over. That's the calendar app. All right, so if we do a little bit of math, I know it's not going to be perfect because sometimes the interest hits different days of the week in the Nelnet website. So if we take how much was outstanding prior to press and record on this video, that's $7,979.67, and we subtract from that today's payment of $1,500, that should leave me with roughly around $6,479.67 left to pay off with my total student loan debt that I have left over. So this is definitely some exciting news, getting down now to just one loan group left, Group AD, which I think, if I remember correctly, is around 3.8 something interest rate. It's got $6,600 something odd dollars, well, $6,479, I know that amount now, left in it. So for the remaining Transfer Tuesdays, the remaining debt payoff videos that I make from now on until this loan is done is going to be targeting that loan solely, Group AD. And we'll see what happens. We'll see when I hit the payment amount of zero on my my federal student loans. It's going to be soon. So as I mentioned earlier, be sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell because you want to be here for that video of when I hit zero. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to put something even in that thumbnail that lets you guys know that it's a special occasion. It might just look like a regular Transfer Tuesday type of video. So you'll have to stay tuned on this channel to know when I finally become debt-free. So thank you guys so much for watching to the end. And as always, I will see you next week. Take care.